Hey guys, welcome to day one of our journey together. It is End Strong, Start Stronger. And over the next 5 days, we are going to let go of the things that are no longer serving us. We are going to declutter and clear out our minds. We're going to get intentional. We're going to write the vision. We're going to make it plain. We're going to focus on what we want. We're going to redesign and restructure, and we are going to create our blueprint, which is going to be our roadmap for 2024. So I decided that I was going to do this anyway. I was going to use the last 5 days to reflect on 2023 and really hone in on what I want for 2024. And it was so impressed on me to share this with people that are feeling frustrated, to share it with people that are not living the life that they know that God has for them, that is meant for them, to share it with the people that feel stuck. And I know for a fact that if you do not prepare yourself and position yourself now, you are going to have the same year that you had previously. And so it's so important to journal, to reflect, to see to celebrate your wins, see what worked, what didn't work, and redesign, restructure, and to go into 2024 knowing what it is you want. I've asked many people, what do you want? And I've even asked myself, and I find it is really difficult to talk about what we want, but it's so easy to focus on the negative, so easy to focus on all the things that we don't want. So my purpose and my hope from this next 5 days of challenges is to set you up on the right way, to set you up on the right path. So this really will be a game changer for anyone that is feeling stuck. It's time for your breakthrough. It's time for you to transform your life. It's time for you to have and to be and to do what it is that you know you've been called to do. And so over the next 5 days, this is going to be like a catalyst. I'm hoping it will be a catalyst that's going to empower you to really go for it, to really let go of things. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Day one is all about letting go of those things, because they absolutely categorically cannot go with you into 2024. It's now, we've reached a time, I believe, a real pinnacle time of transitioning. And anybody that's been with me on the Renew Your Mind platform, if you've done the summer challenge or the winter challenge, it's now about transitioning now. It's now, you've now been awakened to the beliefs, to those things, to the blockages, to the decluttering of your mind. You've been awakened to this thing. So now it's time to take everything that you have been learning and really go for that breakthrough. And you have to understand what breakthrough is. Breakthrough is not eradicating fear and all of these things. It really is saying, do you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm not going to settle for mediocrity. I'm not going to settle for second best. I'm going to see what is for me. And I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to pay the price to go for it. I'm going to do what it takes and go for it. So day one, we are going to be letting go. We are going to be letting go of the negative emotions, so we can unblock ourselves and unblock our minds, so we can see all the amazing opportunities that are out there for us. And so you're listening to me, you might be hesitating. Right now, you might even be coming up with all of the excuses of why this may be hard, why you can't do it. All of the stuff may be going on in your head, and you maybe even scared right now, because it's going to require stepping out of your comfort zone. But I've got to tell you this, and I've got to be so straight with you. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, nothing is going to change. There's how many people can you blame? How many things can you say that is the reason why you're not where you're supposed to be? It's now down to you. It's now time for you to make a move. And so first things first, as you know, first things first, we've got to change our mindset. We've got to shift. We can't keep praying, hoping for a breakthrough, hoping for something magical to happen. That's wishful thinking. You pray and do. Faith without works is dead. But you've got to know what you're praying for, and you've got to step into that thing, because that's what faith is knowing, is hearing. So even during this time over the next 5 days, I want you to seek God. I want you to say, Lord, what is it that I'm holding on to? What is it that you have for me? So you can start creating the vision around what he has said. Breakthrough doesn't just happen when your situation changes or you're waiting for something to happen. It actually happens when you make a decision. When you say to yourself, I am no longer going to wait for anyone or anything else. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this. But before we can even get to breakthrough, we have to work on our stories. We have to work on what are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself about you? What are the stories you're telling yourself? Because these stories are often what is holding us back from our success. Our stories are either leading us to where we want to go, leading us to our destination, or they're destroying us. They are completely destroying us. Some of the stories that I used to say to myself, I'm not good enough, I should be making more money, clock is ticking, oh my gosh, you're now 40, oh my gosh, you got 4 children. I used to tell myself all sorts of stories. It's this reason. I remember a couple of years ago, I used to tell myself, it's because I have all of these children. If I didn't have these children, I could be flying around the world, I could be doing this. And can you imagine? I was blaming the gift that had been given to me for why I wasn't where I wanted to be. I took no accountability and responsibility for me not stepping out in faith. I did the blame game. I was waiting on other people to open a door for me. And right now, my hope is that there is a sense of urgency within you, and that you are no longer going to rely on these stories as the basis for the decisions that you make, because they're lies. But the truth is that no one else can create success for you. You have to now take charge. Today is really about taking charge of your life. Today is really about, start now, right now, to start making the changes that you need to make. I want you to now start to take responsibility. And I want, over the next 5 days, for you to start forming new empowerment stories. Because it's time to cut off, as I call it. I ain't going back. And I'm not staying here. I'm going forward. And it starts today. And trust me, that one critical decision, I'm telling you, can change the course of your life forever. So now, let me ask you something. Do you know what's holding you back from achieving success? Do you know what's really holding you back? And I can tell you, it's negativity, my friend. It's negativity, negative thoughts, negative people, holding on to events in the past that are negative. This is where most of us struggle, with the negative stuff that's going on in our head. And we get so focused on this stuff. We get so focused on what's happened in the past, what this one did, what that one did, what that one said, that we absolutely miss the opportunities that are right before us. And because we are missing these things, because we are focused on all the negativity, we are not able to move forward, and we're not able to reach the higher levels in our lives. So I want to ask you this. If you want to have something new in 2024, what do you have to do now? What do you have to do now? Because what you can do is switch this video off and go back and keep doing what you're doing. Or you can really take hold of this challenge and do the things that is required and start to let go. Start to declutter your mind. So our lesson for day 1 is that we're going to start letting go. And I hope you have your workbooks ready. There are questions in your workbook, and there is an exercise which I'm going to do at the end of the video to show you that this is what I'm doing. I'm writing, I'm reflecting. So firstly, the first part of day 1 is your 2023 reflections. Because if you want things to change, it's up to you. If you want things to change, it starts with you. And so you need to start looking at 2023. At 2023. What was good? What was bad? What do you need to let go of? And you've got to be willing to make the decision to let go and make that change. Like today, I don't want today to go past without you letting go of some things. But the decision is all yours. It's nobody else's. It's not about me. It's not about anybody. This is about you. It really is about you. So I'm going to help you in regards to certain things that we categorically must let go of. And these are our worst enemies. These are things that I want on your list of letting go, because they're not serving you. They're not helping you. They are absolute hindrances and obstacles to you ever seeing breakthrough and ever seeing success. Negative emotions like fear, self-pity, envy, jealousy, anger, shame. These things are holding you back, and they're draining your energy, and they are stealing your joy. And so if you want to stop having these negative emotions and having them take over your life, you've got to identify and remove. There's 12 blocks to break through, but there's also 4 major roots to negativity. And these are the roots that feed everything else. Every other negative emotion is fed and cultivated by these 4. And once you close the door to these roots, once you cut down these roots, you actually open up yourself to receive the joy, the love, and the peace, and you allow it to now flow into your life. So we're going to get started on the journey of letting go and getting rid of those things that no longer serve us. Trust me. Amazing things are on the other side of letting go. And for some of you, it may be a bit difficult. But we're going to do this anyway. So stay with me for part 2, where I share with you the 4 roots that we have to get rid of and how we are going to be letting go.